Jaden and Mont meet fiercely in battle. But the difference in their forces was great. Body and spirit battered, Mont is taken into Ova's castle to recover. Seeing this, Luciel reveals her inner intentions. Her true identity is Shalza, the second of the Ovis sisters. What Shalza desired was to obtain a second ring for herself. But with the failure of her plans, she abandons Ova's castle and takes flight. Determined to learn the whereabouts of the true Luciel, Oberon pursues. The army of Rundal remains, surrounded by the overwhelming numbers of the Sanctum's army, led by Sadali.
We have received word that your commands have been sent to all regions.
All, you say?
Yes. From Walmar village to the east to the old Likaros township of Fortis to the west.
Good. Then, our preparations are complete.
Yes, Your Holiness. If I may voice my concerns, should Oberon claim the ring from Shalza and regroup with Rundal?
Yes, I suppose that to some degree, it is possible matters will grow complicated.
To some degree?
I exchanged words with Oberon not so long ago, and he proved to be a most fascinating individual. A lost child, with a heavy darkness in his heart, wandering in search of the light. I have encountered many such as he in my time. They all walk their paths to a similar destination. I have faith that Oberon will choose a course that does not disappoint me. The final extraction of magic from the Crystal of Leonis shall soon be complete at long last. From there, our next course of action will be to claim the crystal hidden within Rundal. Once I have attained all the magical power that can be harnessed, we shall begin the battle to end all. All the pawns are where they belong on the stage, and the curtains have been drawn. Gilgamesh, will it be you or I who survives our final act?
Wait for me, brother! Huh?
Ugh, not again. You keep running out of breath because you got that grimy-looking garbage sack on your head, you know?
Garbage sack. You might be my brother, but that's crossing the line, huh? This is a memento from my mama. You know what happens when I don't wear this, huh?
Yeah, I know.
Then why'd you have to go and call it a garbage sack, huh?
I shouldn't have said that. But it's just... we don't have much time. We need to get back to Nador before it's too late.
Yeah, you're right. Forgive me, brother.
Yeah, it's already a thing of the past. There's no way Sadali doesn't know we took one of the ancient relics. Which means...
he might go out of his way to locate the village where our little Nador lives.
If Suddenly calls it a day at taking back the relic, then that's all well and good. But
Yeah, if anything were to happen to Nodor.
I don't think there'd be much to live for after that.
That's not the life I want, huh?
Let's go collect the ancient relic before the Sanctum shows up, grab Nodor, and go find some place to hide until this blows over.
Yeah, that's all there is to it.
Brother, I know it'll be tough for you, but we gotta hurry.
All the pain in the world is worth it for Nodor, huh?
Brother, what's going on here?
Brother, I've got no idea.
There's not a single soul in sight. Did the Sanctum beat us here?
Nah, that can't be possible.
Do you sense what I'm sensing?
Oh, hell. Did they do this? Let's head over to Nodor's house, huh?
Good idea. No signs of a struggle here.
But no signs of Nodor either, huh? You really sure you want to do that?
What do you mean?
We don't have the slightest idea what's in that thing, huh?
True, but it's the only lead we've got.
Lead?
If those Sanctum Curs had already been here,
Oh, I get it. There's no way they wouldn't open a big old stone chest like this.
this is, just a crusty dagger, right?
This is meant to be an ancient relic? Sure doesn't look like it, huh?
Anyway, if the relic is still here, that has to mean the Sanctum didn't take Nodor or the others.
Did they leave the village on their own? Why would they do that?
Beats me. But either way, we're going after them.
By the look of things, I'd say they didn't disappear all that long ago.
Damn it all to hell. There's still more of them. But this is as far as you go. I will hold the path to Ovis Castle with my life! And now there's even more of them.
But we're here too!
You're the shinobi from Saiga. Are you sure you want to do this?
Of course!
King Roguezo was an imposter. And we now know the truth behind Princess Lucielle as well. Surely you have no reason to honor any obligations to Ovis anymore.
You know, I said the same thing.
What? Are you sure about that? I'm pretty sure that you were the one hell-bent on coming to save Lady Lilith.
Quiet, you! That's not important right now.
Thanks, you two.
They are not the only aid Saiga has to offer.
That voice!
It's Ketone.
Sorry I'm late, Lilith.
More importantly, what of King Mont?
You needn't worry. The worst is behind him.
Good. That puts me at ease.
We've basically got the strength of a full division now that Ketone is here.
And here I was thinking it was my turn to look good in battle.
This really brings back memories.
I guess it does. I remember back when we hadn't been dispatched. We used to talk about how it would be nice if we all ended up serving the same kingdom.
In that case, why don't you come join us?
What?
Even if we get through this, I'm pretty sure we will end up having to face Rundal. It would be reassuring to have you on our side when the time comes. What's wrong?
That's really generous of you to say. But there's something that we have to go deal with.
I see.
Here they come. None shall pass. I swear it, on my life.
Looks like they finally learned what's good for them.
I think Rundal has turned their attention toward the Sanctum Army.
That makes sense. Allow me to say this again, but... Thank you, Alem, Livial.
It turns out we can be pretty handy, huh?
It goes without saying. Also, could you try acting a little more like a chief of Saiga for a change?
What? You know I'm no good at that.
So, now it's Rundal versus the Sanctum. And it'd be nice if both armies would conveniently take each other down. What's wrong, Ketone?
I was just wondering why the Sanctum is here. And why now?
That's a mighty good question. But us standing around thinking about it isn't going to change anything. Well, we may as well go and enjoy the show for now. You two should join us at Ovis Castle and get some rest.
About that.
Is something the matter?
We really need to get moving.
Right. You mentioned you've got something you have to deal with. Where will you go exactly?
This is about Goga.
That's right.
Goga.
We were already aware that they've been preparing for war.
Preparing for war? But with whom?
That is what we intend to find out.
Okay.
The Rundal soldiers have withdrawn.
Yes, Your Highness. It would appear that they have turned their attention to the Sanctum.
I see.
So, in other words, this is the time for you to focus on recovering from your wounds.
Yet this could also be considered the perfect chance to strike at Rundal from both sides.
Have you lost your mind?
The danger has passed, but only for the time being. The day will come when Rundal invades Ovis once again.
You must not push yourself.
Listen. We cannot side with the Sanctum under any circumstances. In the War of Lion's Valley, that long, painful war began with Fennis's invasion and ended with the death of Moraga. Yet it was all orchestrated by the Sanctum, by Sottile. I will never forgive him for what he has wrought upon us.
You. Melnia and Ranel. So the whispers are true. First, you abandoned Wizette, and now Ovis as well.
What is your point? Long has Lady Melnia fought for Sottile's interests.
It is fine. They speak no lies.
Every force you lend yourself to has met with defeat. But there is no cause for concern. For now that you serve the greatness of the Sanctum.
What have you done?
Serve the Sanctum, you claim. You're delusional if you think I would ever serve a low-dweller such as Sottile. He seems to want these pitiful lowlands for himself, so I am simply lending him my assistance.
You dare call Lord Sottile a low-dweller?
Do not misunderstand me. I do not speak of the Sanctum with disdain. After all, I stand here at its side.
Lady Melnia, you need not explain yourself to the likes of these monks.
I care not. That which I desire is Jaden's life and nothing else. At first, I had thought to claim a kingdom as my own and use it to bring ruin to Rundal. However, it would seem that Sottile holds our capabilities in high regard.
A laughable notion. You no doubt found yourselves unable to strike down Jaden, and thus came crawling to the Sanctum.
Insolent dog.
Ranel, Let them yap as they please. Deep in their hearts, they know the truth. That without relying on the strength of others, the Sanctum will never be a match for Rundle, no matter how many followers it may amass. We are done here.
This can only mean one thing. The damn Sanctum has gone and found themselves one hell of an artilleryman. To think there's someone out there who can catch Rundle under the heat of their cannons. Things are certainly getting interesting. Where are we with my cannons? The ones I had loaded onto the ship.
They should be arriving here before long.
Good man. One more thing. Find out who they have behind that cannon.
As you wish.
It's been a while since I felt that kind of fire in my soul.
Be that as it may, cannon fire from such a height leaves us at an extreme disadvantage.
I guess we should buy ourselves some more time until we're ready to go cannon to cannon.
King Jaden, the monks are yet to learn their lesson.
Oh, so they've fearlessly begun their advance. Very well. Let's give them a fight for now. But don't forget about that infernal cannon. Always be ready for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
So the man behind the cannon is from Wizette.
Yes, he was formerly of Wizette's 2nd Division, Styria.
Let me guess. Commander Abbott.
You are familiar with him?
Quite so. That kind of accuracy with a cannon is a feat far beyond the capabilities of your average artilleryman. Damn that Sottily. He's found himself quite the catch.
You believe Abbott to be worthy of such praise?
I always considered the most vexing obstacle in Eastern Ardra to be Wizette. There were 2 reasons for it. One was the now destroyed Ice Golem. The other was the presence of the 2nd Division, Styria. I was wondering what became of them after Wizette was crushed.
So, Sottily concentrates his forces for this battle.
Indeed, it seems he has chosen this as the place to settle things. Whether or not we had Heindler at our side, something tells me he would have committed to this battle either way.
He has such confidence in emerging victorious. I find it hard to believe.
I know. We've gone at it with the Sanctum on more than a few occasions.
But never has Sottily shown himself on the front lines.
Did the cowardly Sottily steal his resolve to stand on the battlefield solely because of Abbott?
Do you think there could be others who have sided with him?
I really don't know, but I'd say it's highly possible. I've got a feeling this battle isn't going to be a straightforward affair.
I shall bear that in mind.
I expect Crucium to produce results, but under no circumstances are you to show brashness or complacency. Sottily is not to be underestimated. Understood?
Yes, Your Highness.
I'd wager he has something hidden behind his horde of monks. Just you wait. I'll make him play his hand whether he wants to or not.
King Jaden.
Hey, take a look at that cannon.
The cannon?
The one just in front of the fortress. I've never seen one of that design before. Ah, that must be the new model they say is the pride and joy of Styria.
A new model?
Rundal is unchallenged in the realm of guns and their application. However, it's a slightly different story when it comes to artillery. Wizette introduced the concepts of magic into their cannons to drastically extend their range.
They applied magic to their cannons?
It seems they're using the same magical amplification techniques that they employed with the former crux of their defense, the Ice Golem. That cannon will be the key to Rundal attaining even greater power. Lucia, you still around?
Here, Your Highness.
Our cannon will be arriving shortly. And as much fun as it would be to have an all-out exchange of roaring artillery with them, doing so would end up destroying that cannon of theirs.
Then the objective is to capture it instead?
Can you do it?
I will take Calorum and attack from the western slope.
A little skirmish action away from the main force, huh? All right, do it. And take as much ammunition as you need.
Yes, Your Highness.
We will draw their attention while Calorum approaches the cannon by the fortress. However, you'd best be prepared for Calorum to also be targeted.
Understood, Your Highness. Should it come to that, we shall then focus on maintaining their attention instead.
Reassuring as always. We'll still go all out to make sure that doesn't happen, though.
Calorum shall depart at once.
I'm looking forward to my new cannon. I hope you don't plan on letting Lucia steal the show.
I would not dream of it.
What do we have here? That Jaded is up to something dubious.
Something dubious, you say?
I just greeted them with an iron gift from the heavens, did I not?
You did, yes.
From the looks of it, they are yet to prepare cannons of their own. Which would mean the standard course of action at this point would be to move out of firing range.
An understandable tactic.
One which they adopted for a brief moment, but did they commit to it? No. Quite the opposite, in fact.
And what do you believe to be their reason for this?
A fine question. I would wager they mean to draw our attention.
So you mean to say they have an ulterior objective?
Who knows? The finer points of their scheme are beyond me. My natural instincts simply tell me there is something afoot. But in any case, should they advance foolishly and devoid of strategy, it shall be an easy task to dispose of them.
I see. Jaden plans a masterstroke. It shall be quite interesting to see what he has in store for us.
I hear that Lucia has taken Calorum to engage in skirmish tactics.
You certainly found out quickly.
But if the enemy detects their presence, this strategy will end in failure. To ensure that does not happen, we need to draw the enemy's attention and maintain it.
And you want me to leave that task to you?
I am surpassed by none when it comes to disrupting the enemy.
I'm not sure that's going to work.
Why not?
Don't get me wrong. I have a different task in mind for you.
For me, you say? What manner of task exactly?
You are to go to Rundal Castle. There, you will restock on munitions and give Sonatus the order to deploy. What? Not enough glory in it for you?
The 1st Division Sonatus has long been disbanded. And besides...
You think this to be a task that anyone could handle? We've gone at it with the Sanctum on plenty of occasions, but never has Sottile shown his face on the battlefield.
That is true.
Sottile knows exactly what he's doing. And there's no way he would try and take me on without a plan, which means...
You believe he plots something?
He may be trying to keep our eyes fixated on the battle in front of us.
Do you think that even as we speak, his forces move to strike at Rundal Castle? No. Elstra and Krace are in charge of security. Even if they do scheme something...
Right. But the problem is, I'm yet to receive a single report from the castle. Elstra is not the type to neglect her reports, even if you buried her in every responsibility the kingdom has to offer.
That's true.
Elia is in the castle at the moment as well. You're the only one who I can ask this of. Will you do this for me?
As you wish, Your Highness. I will take to this task with pleasure.
First, see Elstra and resupply in munitions. Then, you are to make sure Elia is safe and sound. Finally...
the deployment of Sonatus.
That's right. I doubt it sits well with you, but I made a promise. That when the time comes for our showdown with Sottile, I would call upon the strength of an old friend.
I understand. I shall see this done.
I'm counting on you, Elan.
Integrating. Wave print. Spell link. Receiving.
Lady Melnia?
Imperial assignment. Reporting from Lowlands. Sottile. Establish. Contact. Jaden's. Will be. Battle's end.
This again. With whom does Lady Melnia converse?
You two are Melnia and Renel.
Unmistakably.
Not so long ago, you were sided with Ovis.
What of it? We seek Jaden's head and nothing else. And as such, Sottile saw merit in Lady Melnia's abilities, and had her play an instrumental part in the fall of Fennis and Horn.
We have heard nothing of this.
You think your masters would waste their time informing grunts like you of such matters?
Watch your tongue.
Oh, the truth makes you burn with anger, does it?
You said that you are not our foes.
Just so.
In that case, let us see if you are worthy of being our allies.
You wish to put us to the test.
You should have kept your mouth shut.
My words exactly. Expect no quarter. A display in the difference of our power will remind you lowly wretches of your place.
Ah, damn those monks. They've placed lookouts in every possible location. Indeed, that Soderly's a cautious one. Nonetheless, we need to get through here to make it to the cannon. What should we do? There is not for it. Our luck hasn't completely abandoned us. They only carry swords. We can take them down with a wave of well-placed shots. Very well.
Let's do this! Get them!
Commander Lucia! Your speed and accuracy were incredible.
Normally, I would prefer to take my time and give them some special attention. But we can waste no more time in silencing that cannon.
Yes, my lady.
Poor fools! They have no idea what they just missed out on.
The fate of this battle lies in the hands of our skirmish unit. We can expect to encounter more monks deployed ahead. Be merciless, and let none escape. Our numbers are few. And should the enemy learn of our attack, we may very well find ourselves overwhelmed by their main force. So listen well. The slightest of mistakes could easily place King Jaden in danger.
We will be vigilant, my lady.
Then steel yourselves for battle.
King Oberon.
They must have caught the scent of blood. You shall not so much as breathe upon King Oberon!
pathetic.
King Oberon.
The King of Hyndler, said to be the very blood of the dragon, at the mercy of a woman's whims.
You are being unfair on yourself.
I remember with vivid clarity the day I first met Luciel.
Oh.
It was during the years we spent reclaiming our lands after escaping domination under Lycaros. I decided to clear my mind by enjoying some falconry near the border of Ovis. The hare I hunted fled into a forest. My pursuit of it is what led me to her.
The Lady Luciel.
That is right. Such a warm memory. The King of Hyndler and the Princess of Ovis. Perhaps because we knew not of each other's standing, we quickly found comfort in our conversation. It was clear from the beginning that she was fond of me. Lycaros took everything from me. My imprisonment was a life of fear and humiliation. Yet, Luciel soothed the pain in my tortured heart, and soon I was all but infatuated. With each meeting, Luciel showed me a different side of her, almost as if to always keep me in a state of wonder. At times, she would make me laugh. At others, she would speak to my deepest emotions, or simply intoxicate me with her very presence. Once the time between our meetings no longer served to stir our hearts, I asked for her hand in marriage. And that is when she revealed the truth. That I had in fact been rendezvousing with two Luciels. Luciel, the eldest, and Shalza, the second sister. But in actuality, there was also a third sister, Rashina. The daughters of Ovis were triplets. Were they simply making sport of me? Were they thinking to manipulate me to their own ends? I pursued these questions, and the two Luciels, Luciel and Shalza, eventually revealed what dwelled in their hearts. They claimed Rundal was planning an invasion of Ovis, and that they approached me initially with the hopes of ensuring the survival of their nation.
So, Princess Luciel's goal in the beginning was a marriage of strategic convenience.
It was indeed. All she wanted was to protect her kingdom, her people, even if she must offer herself to do so. That is what she told me.
And what of Lady Shalza?
Deeply touched by Luciel's selflessness, she wanted to take the place of her elder sister.
A kind soul.
An undesired betrothal it may have been. Becoming Queen of Hyndler would have allowed her to protect her homeland. I did not realize such conviction to protect their homeland burned behind their innocent smiles. However, it would seem that during the time we spent together, something began to change.
An actual love began to flourish.
It did indeed. It was then that King Rogza implored me to take the hand of one of his daughters, and to form a coalescence with his nation of Ovis, as small as it may be. He deemed me worthy, and chose to wager everything on the future of Hyndler. I saw no reason why Ovis could possibly be even the slightest of obstacles in the way of King Jaden's unification of Ardra. So, after putting it to painstaking thought, I chose to take the hand of the eldest sister, Luciel. However,
That is when King Jaden took action.
It was indeed. Revealing very little. He merely called for us to invade Ovis side by side.
Was there no way to have absolved our alliance with Rundal and sided with Ovis instead?
King Jaden always walks the correct path. To blame him for matters we cannot comprehend is folly of the highest order.
But all people are prone to making mistakes of some kind. It is our nature.
King Jaden does not make mistakes. Not ever. But what if he did, you might say? Do you think I would put any of you at risk if I believed there was even the slightest possibility of such a thing?
I
treasure all of you. You have always supported me, despite my failings. I want to repay that debt to you justly.
King Oberon. I am afraid that you do not do yourself justice. The blood of the dragon, passed down through the Heimler family, is yours. Once you awaken to it.
I'm afraid this will disappoint you, but I will never be the man my father was.
That is not true.
It was my weakness that led to my father's death during the war with Lycaros. I do not wish for anyone else to suffer such a fate, which is why I must do this.
Are you truly certain? Should you slay Shalza, there will be no undoing what you have done.
You and the Six Fangs. You wish for a rift between myself and King Jaden, don't you? I always had an inkling of what stirred amongst you.
My apologies, Your Highness.
There is no need for you to apologize. I shall speak candidly. I do not know if I am truly capable of slaying Shalza. In King Jaden's presence, I boldly announced that I would do the deed. But I do not know if I have it in me. Once we actually have Shalza cornered, I cannot begin to imagine what kind of decision I will make. To think I believed myself steeled for what is to come.
Your Highness.
The fool that I am. I thought Shalza was indeed Luciel at first. Yet, I cannot deny that I was drawn to Shalza's intellect. The sight of her crumbling into tears. No. Writhing in pain at the end of a spear is one I doubt I can bear.
Yet even so, you intend to see this through?
Just so. For I am weak and insignificant. The only path for me is under King Jaden's providence.
King Oberon.
That looks like...
What business do you have at Rundal Castle?
Who says we have to tell you?
That's right. We're just passing by, minding our own business.
Saiga Shinobi.
So what if we just so happen to be from Saiga?
If you have no purpose here, then leave at once.
I don't think we can do that.
And what about you, We're simply here to keep an eye on the Goga Shinobi near Rundal Castle.
Alim.
Me and my big mouth.
Saiga Shinobi are doing reconnaissance in Rundal Castle. And not just that. They say Goga is nearby as well. That woman they're having a little standoff with is Nea of Heindler. Strange company indeed. Something is afoot here.
Goga Shinobi. Near the castle?
You heard me. A shinobi's loyalty can be bought with gil. Saiga is no exception. That might mean it's not our place to speak of ideals. But this is Goga we're talking about.
That's right. If Goga has sided with Rundal, then that changes everything. People spending their gil on those villains is the very reason this realm is a mess right now. Do you not understand? This is why we must stop them.
What's this about Rundal and Goga? I must say, it's quite the fascinating conversation you're having.
Great. Another weird one.
You are Alan of Rundal.
Which makes you Nea of Heindler.
And I'm Alim of Saiga.
You numbskull. Why did you have to announce yourself?
I didn't want us to be left out.
You there, from Saiga. You said there were Goga Shinobi near the castle. Do you speak true?
Do not try to play the fool with us.
Play the fool?
Just step ahead. There are Goga Shinobi hidden in practically every shadow. Would you mind explaining what's going on here? You've got them defending Rundal Castle, don't you?
Goga Shinobi defending the castle? All right. I'll dispose of you poor excuses for Shinobi and go see for myself.
Poor excuses! If you're looking for a rumble, you're about to get it!
Saiga has its pride, you see. Which means we're not letting this slide.
My. Doesn't this look fun? Mind if I join in?
I know that voice.
It's Marial.
Marial?
The Chief of Goga.
The Chief of Goga here? Well, now I know exactly what's going on. They're planning on getting up to no good while King Jaden is away from his castle. But no matter how many weaklings swarm together, it doesn't change the fact they are weak. I'll crush them all under my heel.
We have no desire to side with Rundal.
Not even in the slightest. But we can't be picky when it comes to taking down Goga.
Nea, wasn't it? What are you going to do?
I will show no mercy if they mean to attack the castle.
I'm almost touched you're willing to help with our little Goga infestation. But know this. I'll cut you down myself if you fail to lift your weight. Damn you. You are nothing without your numbers.
Even if you were to go to the castle, it's all too late now. Not that you'll live to see what's become of it, mind you. You're Alon, a member of Jaden's personal guard, Vanum, are you not?
What's it to you?
Just as I thought. Sending you to the Great Beyond will bring Rundal one step closer to ruin. I'm going to kill you, no matter how many I must sacrifice to do so. Then I shall take your severed head and deliver it to the castle. And that will be what marks the fall of its mighty walls. A great number of my people are already on the inside, you see. Those who try to leave do so only in death, and we allow none to approach unwanted.
That's not possible. You lie.
Is it just me, or do you assume everything a shinobi says is a lie?
Sounds to me like Rundal is blinded by their opinion of themselves.
Silence! No. I suppose I have no choice but to accept this. Alam, wasn't it? Are you shinobi of Saiga open to employment?
You can't be serious.
Don't tell me you're about to ask us to go to Rundal Castle.
I would have you deliver a message. Time is of the essence.
Quite the convenient memory you've got there. You called us poor excuses for shinobi, didn't you? But now you want the very same shinobi to do something for you, is that it?
Yeah.
Come on, don't hold your tongue on us.
You are right. It was unfair of me to say that.
Yes! Acknowledgement from the mighty Rundal!
Take this dagger. I am afraid this is the only thing of value I have on me. It was a gift from King Jaden. One more important to me than my own life.
Why would you give us something so precious?
What a useless piece of junk.
What? How dare you speak of King Jaden's gift like that?
What we want is Gil, understand? Beautiful, shiny Gil.
Weren't you listening? I said I don't have anything else.
We're going to come back and toss this thing at your feet. So, you'd better stay alive to pay up when the time comes. In Gil, got it?
Oh. You've got a deal. Don't get yourselves killed.
Same to you.
Anyway, you want us to go to Rundal Castle and do what exactly?
There are 3 things I would ask of you. Confirm the safety of Lady Alaya. Tell Grifford of the 1st Division Sonatus to deploy at once and rendezvous with King Jaden. And have them take all the munitions they can carry and deliver them to King Jaden. That's it.
It pays to be quiet and just listen sometimes. The 1st Division, Sonatus. Who would have thought a catch like that would still be in the castle? Grifford, was it? He won't be going anywhere. Once you've been disposed of, I will send my assassins to snuff out his life right beneath everyone's noses.
You will do no such thing. Because I'm going to kill you. Every single one of you. Shinobi of Saiga! Nea, get moving!
Shall we pursue them?
Go. Get them.
As you command.
Foolish man, what can you possibly achieve alone? I shall savor every moment as I cut you open.
Is something the matter?
A small battalion of troops makes its way up the slope.
How interesting. You can see such things even from this distance.
These eyes of mine are part of why I'm the exalted artilleryman I am today. I see that which others do not.
The ability to detect one's enemy preemptively. Fascinating.
It is the very reason I was given the honor of commanding Styria. Those troops, they are Rundal's 3rd Division, Calorum.
I see. Part of Jaden's masterstroke, I surmise.
I imagine that to be the case. The main force draws our attention, while a smaller skirmish unit takes the fortress.
What do you intend to do about this?
A question with but one answer. Blow them to pieces. I want to crush Jaden head-on, without any petty tricks or ploys. The strength of Styria. My strength will be known to all.
I leave this in your capable hands.
Now then, time to put on a glorious display.
Five monks ahead. Engage! There's still more of them. Fall back!
But...
On the double!
It's Lucia! The commander of Calorum!
Think again! Those wretches!
Commander Lucia!
Your wounds.
They're nothing to fuss about.
My apologies, but this plan of attack is far too reckless.
Why is it that you laugh?
How can one help but do anything else? We claim to have entered the age of the gun, yet here we are, unable to hold off the ferocity of these monks. Every battle is a painful lesson in appreciation of Crucium and the sacrifices they made for us. But this is no time for whining. We must see this mission a success, no matter what. Get down! Hang in there! Are you all right?
I think so.
Fortunately, the wounds are not deep.
That volley. Could it have come from the fortress? But that would mean they detected Calorum even from this distance. No matter. If they wish to set their sights on us, so be it. This will give the main force under King Jaden's command an opportunity to close in on Sottile. Let us show those Sanctum dogs why they should fear Rundal. Move out!
Did you notice that?
The enemy has set their sights on a different target. Lucia and her division.
Right. Calorum specializes in covert operations, among other things. Yet even so, it barely took any time for the enemy to catch on to their movements. Damn that Abbot. He knows what he's doing.
How shall we proceed? Calorum will soon come under focused fire if nothing is done.
King Jaden!
They're here.
Then we resume our advance, Your Highness?
Indeed. I imagine that's exactly what Abbot would like to see. Let's give the man what he wants. But I'd say it's now time we pick up the pace. We'll use these cannons to blast open a path through the monks. Have Crucium advance on the fortress at a speed that won't let the enemy find its mark. And remember, if you're too slow, Abbot will most certainly find a way to make you pay for it.
Understood.
It would appear Rundal's cannons have finally arrived. My warrior monks have staved off their assaults through sheer numbers. But I suppose that will no longer work for us.
So, Lord Sottile, what would you do about it? This cannon is the only means we have of holding off their main force. But by using it to that end, we will allow Calorum to scamper about unchecked.
Melnia, Renelle, how nice of you to return.
Do not misunderstand. My only desire.
Never fear, I am well aware of your desires. You have made a point of telling us on numerous occasions. You are here to take Jaden's head, correct?
Indeed.
Then by all means, continue to use the Sanctum to achieve your goal. However, do so only once the forces of Rundal have been further weakened.
If you are feeling particularly violent at the moment, why don't you go direct your impulses at Calorum?
Calorum. And the right hand of Jaden's ambitions, Lucia.
You are familiar with her exploits? That very division, Calorum, approaches from the western slope as we speak.
Very well. Clipping one of Jaden's wings will make for a satisfying way to pass the time.
I shall accompany you, Lady Melnia.
That will not be necessary. You may remain here.
But...
Need I repeat myself?
No.
You will remain here and monitor Jaden's each and every move. Report to me with the utmost of haste the moment he takes to the front lines. Understood?
As you command, my lady.
I suppose this will be the most testing part of our assault.
Indeed, though I do not wish to admit it.
It is a small mercy that the lower cliff face creates a blind spot for the enemy cannons.
One that merely makes Lucia the target of fire once again, mind you. We must reach the fortress as quickly as we can.
Perhaps we should find less treacherous footing to circle around on.
But if the enemy built this fortress expecting that we would do so,
then there may already be Sanctum monks lying in wait for us.
Sadali is an astute tactician. It is not beyond the realm of possibility.
Yet the longer we take, the greater our disadvantage grows.
I know. It is just that... Damn it. The enemy is right before our eyes, yet the way forward remains unclear. How are we to overcome this?
Hey, what's with the gloomy faces?
King Jaden!
No path, you say? Of course there isn't. We create the path forward in our wake.
King Jaden, you cannot mean... incredible. There is no stopping King Jaden.
We have our way forward.
Indeed we do. It is time!
Gods! What does that Jaden think he's doing?
This fortress was built upon these heights for their natural fortifications. To think he would simply blow the cliff face with his cannons. Very impressive indeed. I had not expected this.
This is hardly the time to be struck with awe. If we do nothing, they will climb higher and higher toward us. No, there is a greater issue at hand here. If they continue to blast the cliff face away, sooner or later the whole thing shall come crumbling down, along with my cannon. Wait! Where are you going?
I believe it is time to retreat.
What? Retreat? Are you still in full command of your faculties?
I most certainly am.
Do you understand what you are suggesting? Retreating is no different to handing them this fortress.
I am well aware of that, but it is a matter of which there is not four.
Then you mean to abandon the fortress, but not the battle. Is that it?
Naturally. You can see what approaches, can you not?
I believe so, yes. Speaking of which, what about Melnia? That Ronelle, or whoever she was, has also disappeared.
I imagine they will realize sooner or later without us having to tell them. And if they are not capable of doing so on their own, then let that be their fates.
I approve of such callousness.
Now then, let us move on. I suggest you make haste if you wish to keep that cannon of yours.
Somebody get over here! And help me move my cannon!
It looks like the cannon is no longer in front of the fortress. Sadali is a cunning one. He must have deemed the odds to be against him and called a retreat. At least now Lucia and Calorum will no longer be on the receiving end of those bombardments. As you can see, Sadali has begun to retreat. But mark my words, I have no intention of letting him get away. We will rally the full might of Rundal and hunt him down. There will be no escape. Today is the day we settle this once and for all. But remember, our foe is a master of fiendish strategies. Under no circumstances are you to let your guards down. I'll go after Sadali myself. The rest of you remain ready to engage the enemy while slowly pushing forward with the cannons. Rain hell upon them the moment they try anything. I'm counting on every one of you.
It would seem they've stopped firing.
Yes, my lady.
Perhaps they've decided to ignore us.
That cannon is gone.
Gone, you say? Could they be retreating?
It is plausible. In any case, we will still proceed with our mission to capture the fortress. Be ready for anything. Move out.
Commander Lucia!
Get down! Are you okay?
I will be fine. It was only my left shoulder that took the bullet.
It is the same for me.
Your left shoulders.
Commander Lucia! Be careful!
3 soldiers, all shot through the left shoulder. I knew it would be you, Melnia.
I need something to help pass the time until Jaden shows himself. I do hope you will prove to be entertaining.
Sadali is nowhere to be seen.
Indeed. It would seem his artilleryman and that cannon have also disappeared.
Was he quick to foresee how this would end and thus abandon the fortress?
I imagine King Jaden blasting away the cliff and creating a path for our assault was the last thing they expected. However...
You believe the decision to be suspiciously quick? Retreating like this may be yet another part of Sadali's strategy. Could it actually be possible?
I know not. Still no sign of Lucia.
I do not wish to think that she fell to cannon fire.
It would take more than that to wipe out Calorum.
If you are concerned, I can head down the slope to check.
No, we should maintain our faith in her for now.
You speak true.
Our objective is to take Sadali's head. There is no point lingering in this fortress any longer.
Then let us make haste.
We are quite the distance from the fortress now. Do you intend for this to be where we meet Jaden in battle? Perhaps we should find a more advantageous location to lie in wait.
If we place ourselves at too great a distance, we will no longer be able to watch.
Watch what, exactly?
Is it not obvious? The end of Jaden, of course. All has been in preparation for this moment. This moment in which Jaden is delivered to his doom.
You have come to cut me down?
As I said, that will depend on your answers.
What is it you wish to learn?
Gilgamesh, what are you plotting?
Plotting?
My brother and I. You desired one of our deaths. Tell me why. You cannot answer, or you will not answer.
Do you have the strength necessary to bear the burden of truth?
What?
Knowing the truth may consume your life.
Your threats are meaningless. I fear not death. Answer me.
The answer is already one without meaning.
One without meaning? Explain your words.
For the cocoon of light has already awakened.
The cocoon of light? You mean that crystal? Wait!
I already asked you. Do you have the strength to bear the burden of truth?
I see now. This one is here to test my mettle.
It would seem that way. I'm not particularly happy about it, mind you.
A servant of the Winged One. This shall be interesting.
Servant? Oh, please. We are merely drinking buddies.